early, but it's fine. There we go. Whoa. All right. Let's see if we're live. All right. There it is. Okay. Cool, cool. It actually linked up on the first try. Let's just hope it stays that way. Hopefully the link is complete. welcome everyone. Hello and welcome back to Star Trucker. We will be continuing with the story today. We finally get to turn our truck into a literal lightning rod so it doesn't zap the cargo. But we have to have shock pads. It's going to be another thing. I wonder if it's a supply thing. I wonder how that works. This is why we're going to do it all together and learn to at the same time. I've got a save going. We're going to do to get warmed up since we're starting off so early. We're going to complete a delivery if I already got one. And I can't remember if I started one or not. Sometimes I usually do. I'll start one and then save and then come and do it the next day. And earn some more cash and get everything upgraded. The truck is, as you can see, coming together. If you can notice, it looks very different. Well, the grill does, and so does the filter. And I decided for now, since we're not, using our dark side skin kind of look, we're going with like the Wayland Company truck kind of look. I decided to change the hood ornament. It wasn't a W or anything close to that. That was like, that V looking thing was like the closest thing to a W. It's just missing one. So I was like, yeah, good enough. It looks pretty normal too, because he wanted to look kind of like an actual like company, like space vehicle for Wayland. Because Q's like blue hue to it instead, like a dark color, but it's really dark. I kind of like them because it's like kind of like the Guardian version of like what Wayland would be like. But that's awesome. So I got it all customized. I've upgraded some things. We've got a good supply of resources, so it should be good. So if there is a job we're already on, we'll just complete that real quick. Maybe do some replacements and buy one or two things here and there, and then go to the story immediately. This time I know who we're supposed to be going for to get this going, and which is Red Eddie. We accidentally went straight to Moon Baby last time because it confused me, because it said in Red Eddie's quest that you have to go talk to Moon Baby, but Moon Baby also gave me her own quest, so I accidentally started that one instead last episode, so oh well. So we're gonna do that one today, what we were supposed to do last time. We should be good otherwise. I'm thinking in my head what I had last inside our crates. Yeah. Also, I've started using heavy-duty UCCs now. There's just no point in using the regular ones anymore. I make enough that replacing those instead, they will last ridiculously longer. Like, batteries, you can get away with regular batteries and not really care for a little bit for like I'll say safely, 2 full deliveries regular batteries can probably handle in most cases. The only thing that the regular battery can't really carry is your oxygen and your gravity. Those two are, well, and your core, of course. You don't want to run on regular batteries on core if you can help it, but once again, in an emergency, it'll get about to, it gets very, it pushes it, but it gets to 2 long deliveries out of it. If you're doing short ones, it's actually going to get you even more technically. But if you're doing long deliveries, once you unlock them, then it's about 2 of them. But 2 of those will make you, if you've upgraded it all the way, plus whatever other type you're kind of focusing on to level 3, it'll make you like 6,000, 7,000 per trip. So in like 2 trips, you're already at 14,000, 12,000, something like that. Which is, if you're running off crappy batteries, is actually quite lucrative if you keep cycling it in the beginning. I kind of got myself an overhead finally. Now, if we accidentally terribly wreck or something, we'll have to reset. I'll have to reset the overhead again. But because everything is repaired except for like one little ding. What's funny is I repaired the truck before I saved last time, but there's still a scratch on the top right corner. And it's I must have hit a passing asteroid. It's weird because it's in such a strange position. It does look kind of like I just straight through and just didn't care. But somehow that didn't get repaired. Kept it as a memento. Look at that right there. See how the rest of the truck is pristine? I repaired it literally before I quit. That's funny. I think it adds a little character to it's a kind of a Wayland type truck. It's all the wear and tear of the cargo it tends to carry. It's probably been shot at a couple times because they've been being made that it's carrying living, crazy, terrible biological organisms that can terrorize the planet. It's like, it's like, it's like how many? It'd be a different kind of competition if the truckers knew what they had to carry, like they were part of in on the jobs, unlike the bigger ones, bigger ships who are tricked into carrying it. They're like, all right, how many Xenos do you have today? They're about 20 in the back. Full grown or eggs? Full grown. Is that why your truck's somewhat damaged with acid? Yep. Oh man, it'd be a terrible, but God, like, could you imagine those conversations? It'd be a terrible job though overall. Like the chances of not driving that truck anymore and you being replaced because you got pulled away into the darkness by a Xeno is quite high. And so they probably would probably be like a lot though, probably like the same amount that the researchers get. Oh man. Oh man, it's crazy. All right, well, let me see how long we sat here. 8 minutes. We'll go ahead and get started just in case we have a load already loaded up. 16 hours, Chad. I haven't been playing this at all. It wasn't. I'm trying to remember what it was when we last left off in the stream before I started doing all the back work. I don't remember. Do we have a job? No, I think I'm in front of the job board, aren't I? I am. Alright, so since we have it saved, I'm gonna. Oh, what? Oh, hold on. Custom control self. Thought I had them already on. Whoopsies. Alright. Quick blue screen, chat. Alright. We're gonna redock real quick. We're not necessarily gonna take a job. I don't wanna burn energy. I wanna check our supplies, refresh my mind on what I have. Then we're gonna decide if we're gonna immediately do story or not, if we're gonna do a warm-up job. Probably do immediately story because I'm pretty sure I have quite a bit. Pretty sure I have quite a bit. We'll check it out though. So, bitches, the job board. Oh no, it's the shop. So we're near the shop. Okay, well see that's fine because I can actually kind of get anything if I need it. You see how we already have 8,000. So I've got a decent amount of overhead that we could afford if I screw up and something bad happens during the main story mission. That we could run off cheapies if we had to for a bit. Excuse me, chat. Okay. All right, let's look at one thing I want to look at is my filters as well. Pretty sure they're okay. And see, core's getting down there, but we've got replacements for all of those if I'm not correct. Yeah. We're okay on filters. They probably will last 2 more jobs for sure. With them all four being kind of at least above 80%. Let's see. So mag is down to half. Core is at 63, but those have the plus pluses in them. Them things we can run. I can run those things down to like 40 to 30. I've learned, and still be okay. So those will be good for a while. Grav is a little iffy, but I'm gonna push it just because Grav is not a danger to the truck, just to anything in the cargo bay behind me. But since it's mostly in crates, I still like to run with it on, but if it runs out before I get done with a job as I'm pushing the limits, it's fine. I'll just fix it when I get to a station. Whereas like these two I'll fix before a job, depending on what percentage they are. I'll usually burn them down to about 40 to 30%. 30 is usually the safest, lowest minimum. You can probably get down to, I haven't tested this yet, but realistically, maybe still get it down to 21 to 22% and still make it back to a station, even even if you're cut like 2 jumps out or something like that, so you can replace it. Um, and mag is just job based. It's based on how big. I've learned how this works, and it makes sense. Which once again, this game is beautiful for how many details it hides in it. The percentage drained on that is based on the size of the cargo and the type. So if it's heavy cargo and it's like a multi trailer, like all three trailers are heavy cargo, it's gonna have like it's pretty, from what I saw testing this out, it was like I'm gonna say roughly 28% to 30% drain. Mostly because I've improved some things on the truck. And I think it also has a lot to do with thruster control. The more power you have in your acceleration, it seems to help it. I guess it's basically pulling power or torque in real life to a real truck, pulling more than one trailer. So I'm assuming that's why it's not as bad as it probably could be. Before the upgrades, I would imagine it was close to like 35 to 40% drain with a triple trailer if we had never upgraded that. But I do like that attention to detail. Now, if you're carrying triple with like fragiles in it, it actually doesn't hurt it that much, just because they are light. It's a light cargo, even if there's 3 trailers. Um, so we should be good. But let's check the back while we're sitting here. Oh, my cargo fell out a little bit. Seems to do that a little bit when you save or moving around while trying to save the game. I did have one instance when I loaded back in. Hopefully, I don't do that too many times. Where it's like a meteor hit me, but there was nothing around me because I parked in a safe zone, like an actual parking zone, and my truck just went. It didn't go far. It didn't go flying or anything, but it made me. It ruined the trailer's angle. It popped me up about, I'd say, in real life, 200 feet, 300 feet. It sounds like a lot, but in a space truck, that's not a lot. It moved me like angly, like kind of contorted my trailer and the truck's connection to each other really hard. It was like something hit in between us. It was very strange. Or maybe the trailer itself bugged out and hit the back of the truck, because that can happen if you slam on the brakes too hard in this game. which we need to get the maglev update that helps the trailer take less damage during those incidents. So that way, if that does happen, it only hurts the truck. But as you can tell, I've organized my crates. I've been doing this for a minute in the background besides what we were doing with Endless Dungeon. The reds are our important stuff. Let me make sure I have this right. UCC? Yep. You'll notice I always have two heavy duties. That's for my climate control and for gravity, so I don't have to worry about them. Which, speaking of which, oh yeah, I already put a new one in. That's why I'm not worried about everything. So let's see what kind of batteries we got. Yep. Now you see that, Jet? Look how many pluses I have. These are all going to cycle in once things need to be changed, so they can last longer for the next time around. I'm starting to try to get my overhead to be even higher by making sure I'm making so much on the side with our deliveries that I can keep higher quality batteries in everything. So they never have to hardly be changed. That's why we're doing the same thing with the UCCs. It's less important to do it with your batteries. You could just get away with pluses and normals. That's what I ran most of my jobs on in the beginning. But for at least for batteries, but I will say for these, just to show what I'm talking about, the difference, you want these. You want to try to get up enough money overall between your jobs to start cycling these into your UCCs. So for down here, that's this. It has 300 HP, and the HP is the durability that you can use it while driving and while it's controlling the gravity or whatever you have on for the device. So upstairs, the climate control, the thing that keeps you from melting during solar flares, this thing um, also has one. And those two devices use up the most UCC, just like they would use up power. Now, this doesn't have a power outlet. Climate control is purely UCC. Now, the other side of that for the battery side, oxygen, you want to have at least eventually a plus. You don't have to go plus plus like I'm going to go here soon. I'll probably Well, no, I only have one extra. I have three. It'll probably go into gravity. And I'll just put gravity's one I was saving for it in here. Because we're probably going to buy another one after the job we're going to do. I assume we're going to get at least one job with this mission. Just because we're going to be doing something new. We're going to be unlocking this thing. That's going to turn us into essentially a lightning rod. So when we get struck by lightning or hit by electrical storms, it doesn't hit the cargo. The truck absorbs it essentially, but also doesn't destroy the truck. That's what these are for. So we're gonna unlock that today, or at least we're gonna attempt to. If we don't get it done today, we'll do it tomorrow. All right, so let's get that closed up. Everything should be good. I'm gonna go check the suit, even though it doesn't really matter. The suit is the least managed thing. You really don't, unless you have a bunch of extra batteries. Like you only want that. There's no reason to not use regular batteries, the lowest level of battery in your suit, because your charge when it fully charges, it stops using energy. So it's ever only going to use a certain percentage, anyways, depending on how much you're having to use it. Now, if you're salvaging more than you're doing cargo, like trailers, this is for everyone who likes to do more salvage jobs and the more secretive jobs that are in this game. That one I would say probably recommend to upgrade to the same level I have as in this one. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Plus, at least. If you're gonna use the suit regularly, then yeah, don't do this. This is because I'm more of I like the delivery side of the game. We will eventually show off the more secretive side of how this uh game has another more darker truck delivery service. That's gonna be we're gonna show that towards the end. I was gonna do it in a different profile, but then I realized there's a lot of grinding I have to do in the background to get it to where it would need to be again. So we'll probably just do it in this one, and I'll unlock the paint job that I was gonna use for that one, and then we'll switch over to it when we do. But for now, we're gonna stick to the normal deliveries. So for normal deliveries, just a regular power cell, regular UCC, because this also only gets used up when you're charging the suit. So just tips for trying to get started on anyone who's starting. Pretty good game, like I said, it's really fun. If you're into like simulators and stuff, I wouldn't say if you're into action games and hack and slashes and shooters like other stuff we do on this channel, probably wouldn't like this game. But that's why I do. To be fair, that's also why I do a lot of different stuff on the channel. Not only because I grew up on everything. I play all kinds of different things on my own, anyways. Always have. I think it was because of how deep I got into gaming, because of my past and what my disability and how it helped me get past it. So I ended up embroidering myself pretty hard in it. So I ended up playing all kinds of things and just to try them out. So and ended up just playing them all, literally. I think the only ones I really don't do too much are sports. Like the sport games, I never fully got into. Mostly because a lot of them required a lot of multiplayer, and this is gonna be cheating. I most of the time for that, I just played at my friend's house who had those games, and we just played when he played when I came over to his house. So I didn't really have a reason for me to. So I never played them on the own. That's why I always lost, though. I wasn't really good at sports games because I just never played them. I wasn't like the other games where I played all the time. Yeah, so I just played them for the fun of just playing against the teams. And when I was young, I was a big Falcons fan because, from Georgia. So I would just do that to play as the Falcons. And then eventually it was Green Bay down the road. Not because I've been there or from there, just because I ended up really liking that team actually for real as I got older. At least for a while, anyways. But now I don't really watch hardly any sports. The only sports I kind of watch now is racing and golf. Ironically enough. Oh man. And occasionally, and it's not like I seek it out, but occasionally if I really feel up to it, like boxing and MMA. But I used to be real hardcore into that too when I used to watch it with my friend as well. So but I don't really watch it that much either anymore. So that's why I do play the games though. Here, ironically enough, the reason why I'll always like MMA and boxing because I do like fighting sports. It's mostly because I liked fighting games in general when I was growing up, like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, all of that. Um, Virtua Fighter. I'm trying to think of all the classic boys. Tekken, all of that. I grew up on a lot of that. So, even the even though they're based more in like a simulative kind of fighting game, I've played most of the UFC fighting games as well. At least once or twice, or at least one campaign at least once. I like to do their campaigns. Don't play on the line too much. Sometimes I do, and I usually do pretty well, but I just don't mainline it because I just don't have interest enough to do it for that. But I do like to put the campaigns on harder and just create a character, a fighter, and just work through all of it and create a style and fight. And it's just like a fighting game. It's just more technical than in like a more button mashy type game. Still, and by the way, that you still need to know your combos in games like Street Fighters and stuff, but there is a nuance to sometimes it's less about that and more about the jabs and the quick hits and then go into the combo if you manage to get an opening enough. Because if you, as I learned the hard way during certain tournaments in college, if you just strike for the combos all the time just because you know how to do them, doesn't mean you're gonna get them initiated. That's why I ended up in second place. But it taught me a much stronger way to fight in fighting games, which is kind of why I did that. So, but yeah, that's why I like all fighting games. Grew up on a lot of those too, so That's why I got into more of that one specific sport. But I will say overall, I think my biggest thing that's always been a part of my life that I will always be the only sport I really kind of care about, to be fair, is racing. Golf is just a new thing because I like it because it's just something fun to watch and I like the technicality and strategy of it more than anything. It's like a strategy game with a club and a ball and a field of hills and crazy traps. um uh so that's why I've started to get into that. But yeah, it's always but my main was always gonna be racing though. Welcome, welcome, Miss Carriot. I'm from Savannah. Oh, you're from Savannah. What part of Georgia are you from? Lawrenceville. Sorry, I didn't see your chat there, Iscariot. I'm from Lawrenceville originally. Um, Gwinnett County, for just in case you don't know what the town is. It was a pretty big town. Like Gwinnett got pretty big at the end. I've only seen her once and very only briefly, as far as my going back to my hometown recently. But well, I say recently. It's been about a year now since I got to go on that small little trip. It didn't really work out well. It would have been better if I waited till now. Well, couldn't do it now even if I wanted to, but because van stuff going on. But hopefully that'll change soon. But plus I had we had Malix to take care of, so we could only be gone for a couple days. Plus my friend was originally meant to go with me, but he had some family emergencies that happened and he just couldn't do it and it didn't work out. So plus it just timing wise it would have been better if I had been able to kind of waited to a little bit later on because then I could have been there for probably at least if I saved up enough 2 weeks for sure. I wouldn't want to be there a whole month because that's too long unless I was planning on something else as far as like going back right now, but uh until certain things get squared away because I do want to finish my college uh and go back to robotics. So I will be doing that, but that just at the moment that probably is at least and realistically, I'm gonna say one more year fully, safely. Hopefully it's shorter than that, but and before any movement can really be made there. So hopefully. Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, it's a great. I love that. I love Gwinnett. That's other than like certain things that happen with my bad side of things that I had experienced, and but they made me who I am too. Gwinnett was everything to me, like both good and bad. Like it's where my trauma happened, but it's also where all of my life also happened. The only difference between that place and another place that I cherish, but it was for a more specific reason, um, is that's where I learned everything. But in my hometown, that's where I learned video gaming. That's where I learned robot about wanting to do robotics. That's where a lot of things came from for me. Everything ties back to to my hometown for that. Like I lived there for ooh, it was 12, 13 years, something like that. It was up to the early part of middle school before we ended up moving away because we had a family thing go on that we had to leave for. Plus, in a way, it was good that we left because of other things that were going on. It was a blessing in disguise that happened at that time. Even though sadly, I think that was when we had to leave to help take care of my grandmother before she passed away. But I don't remember. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's what that was. But so many things happened there in that time. It was insane. But I do plan on going eventually back for some, like I said, college I've got to do to get myself started in the stuff that I'm going to be doing. because YouTube's never going away. Well, you'll always see this channel before we get started and start doing the story. Um, but I also plan on eventually, it's going to be a side channel to kind of help promote other things I'm going to be doing for my other main job I'm going to try to do for my robotics. But I actually do eventually want to do a YouTube channel as well for robotics, for like easy stuff that people can kind of learn and get into robotics if they want to. But or if you just want to learn it just for the sake of understanding it because of how crazy technological things are today. So it's good have. But uh but that'll be its own side channel. This channel is never going to be going away. Sometimes it'll have to be sometimes slower on videos and uptake once I start, especially once I start going back to college and I find myself a job inside of a company to get me started. Um, it'll most likely be doing with programming first. That'll be the most realistic thing I can do first to get a job. But I'm going to do advanced programming. I'm going to learn it first. That's going to be my main focus. I was going to do it here where I live now, but since it only might be a year before we can start the process, I it would take me at least 2 years here, maybe three if I wanted to do it here, and then the 4 years for the main robotics uh course, my brain, to uh to get my degree there and at a good old Georgia Tech. But because I got to get some certain pre-qualifications that I sadly missed out on. But it shouldn't take me too long once I get it started. Because that's why we're not going to be hardly doing any streaming once I get started. Because I'm going to be dipping 1,000% only into that. You'll see a stream probably on like weekends and stuff once that starts. Because even when before I start semesters, I need to study and get myself ready. So once I know the process is going to be in hand. So you'll probably only see streams during like Saturdays and Fridays at best. Sundays will like they normally are will be my day off. So in general, because I'll need it for also breaks for studying as well. Because I only can afford one day. There's gonna be a lot of work that's got to be done. But let's see. And see, we moved here in '99. It's a lot different now than it was then. It is. I've been there. I think it was 2000. Wait, what year is it now? 25. So I think we were there in 2000. It was either 23 or 24 when I came back down there for a visit, even though I was only there for like barely a week. I think it was like half a week, you could say, like 5 days, 6 days at most. Might have been even only 4 or 5 days. But it has changed. But I will admit Gwinnett as a whole definitely has changed because there's some parts I don't even recognize. But the weird thing is, I will say there was something I was very that helped me a lot because when I saw it, we went to my old house I used to live in down there. That part hasn't changed for some reason. It's like somehow that area is exactly the same. The things around it are completely different. It's weird because this is where my Marvel geek self is gonna come out. It's like that part of where I lived got put in some sort of like Doctor Doom Crystal City. Like it's like its own little section, completely like different from everything outside of it. And I'm like, this is very odd. but um, but I loved it. It still got what it got. It still got what I prefer is what a town overall versus also what I have here. Plus disability stuff versus here. Certain things they definitely do better than what I've had to deal with here. I've got a great system when it comes to um like my nursing system, like what helps with my mom and stuff, and her being my nurse and all that. And I do think that from what I've done research on, they have their own version of this. It's not called the same thing, um, but otherwise, it's like other things with wheelchairs and things I've had so many problems with here. I never had these problems down there, and from what I can tell with the people I talked to and things that I looked up, it should be about the same as what I had. But well, more to be fair from what I've done. I don't know about in other places because I haven't been able to get any hard, cold like answers on those. But as far as like wheelchair stuff and things being provided and things like that, oh, 1,000% better than what I'm where I am now. No, so also them helping me on certain other things I've asked about when it comes to college and trying to get in there. It's called Voc Rehab here. It's similar there, but it's something else as well there. But I'm pretty sure I'd be helped more there too. That's why I'm very eager to do this because I'm only going to get programming here anyways. It's also a necessity because I can only do programming where I live. They don't have robotics here of any kind, engineering or anything, just programming. AI programming. I should be specific. They have the AI side, but not the physical side of robotics. But I need both for what I want to do. AI is the beginning of that, but I because I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna do primarily programming because of my disability to help me get into things, into the get started, and then go from there, and then start working on finding ways to fund early level built robot arms I can control. Like ones that even if they're just controlled by controller in the beginning, like just a little joystick or something like that, like a something simple. As long as I can have an apparatus that will be more precise than my feet can be, I can then take the next step to building my own, which is something where my physical side limits me from. So, so I've got it all in my head and written down just in case. But let's see, but anyways, well, I don't want to ramble on too much about about what my plans are for that. But YouTube wise, we're definitely going to do a channel about that eventually. But I always want to reassure everyone this channel is not going anywhere. I love this channel and us meeting all of you guys and stuff and getting to enjoy like streaming all of the games that I play with all of you as well. This channel ain't going anywhere. Like the only way this channel would have anything happen to it is for some reason YouTube just decided, nah. That'd be the only reason. And I'm pretty good about trying to stay within YouTube's parameters. Pretty hardcore. There are some things that I don't fully maybe adhere to, but it's not like it's anything that's, bad or bannable or anything crazy like that. I tend to stay away from that. And it's like that's also why we don't cover certain subjects too much, like political stuff and stuff like that. I would love to talk about that stuff, but it'd have to be its own vlogs because doing that over games has different rules. Now, if we were to do a vlog and do that, it does have its own rules, and as long as we just talk, be normal, just do normal conversations and stuff, we could talk about anything. I also would love to do vlogs eventually about like just theories on stuff and things about like what just thoughts and stuff and what people want to talk about. I haven't figured out how I want to set this up yet, fully yet, as you can tell. But when it comes to that, one day. But I've got a lot of other IRL stuff going on right now with the van and stuff. It's my main transportation, which is the biggest hurdle to me getting towards what we're going to be doing next. Because as I work towards other things, I can also bring things towards this channel and fix and make things better here too. Because once I learn my AI programming, I am going to make myself a bot. Because I don't really trust other bots. I don't. YouTube's I would. Like if YouTube wants to put one on there, then that's fine because there's already a moderating YouTube bot anyways. But but as far as they're concerned, that's fine. But like outside sources, no. I'd rather have my own, and I'm gonna be able to make one. So and it's like so I'm gonna use that to help improve the channel as well and kind of get us going in certain areas as well. It'll also help me on Facebook and other places. So but anyways, enough talking about the future of the channel and things like that. We need to get into trucking. All right. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, we need to do the mission. Let me check that before we unhitch, because we don't use energy while we're in a station. So Red Eddie's mission is March. Where we gotta meet him? Junk Fields. Okay. So what's the fastest route to? Oh, it's right here. Oh wow, I did not actually plan that. That's actually very coincidental because when I was doing cargo missions to make our money, I kind of didn't plan to be this close. I was just kind of moving around the map, just making money, going back and forth, doing long deliveries, triple deliveries. Wow. Okay. That's convenient because that means we use barely any energy to get there. That's brilliant. Or gas. That is brilliant. Alright, switching to driving cams. I now learn to be in just these cameras permanently when I'm not needing anything else. Keeps me from hitting stuff less. Especially stuff that passes underneath me or tries to pass over me. Because I can't see but so much without going into third person. And I like to keep this more of a simulator experience. Cannot talk today. Rather than just driving in third person. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like to do that because I really love simulators. But so I now keep these cameras on at all time when I don't need anything else. All right, stop. Wait for the other one to go through. Activate cruise control. Come up to the gate. This is the fastest way to get yourself up to the gate without going too fast. I love cruise control now. I've learned to use this perfectly. It also is best for when you have a trailer or doing a job. Now we stop. And just like that, we are ready. You see moderate, medium, okay. See, it's funny because there's two moon baby here missions here. You see why that's confusing? So we want the gold one. That's why I marked Red Eddie's mission this time to know that that's the one we actually want. It's a little bit blinding. Might have to drive with camera. Junk Field is also the most likely place you're gonna take damage. Hold on, I need to sit right here so I can look at both cameras back and forth with my eyes. So I have to keep rotating my. Ooh, pull up. Yep, that's that one. Yeah, I don't use cruise control in here. I like to control my jets here myself. I just let it idle and slow down on its own will. So let's get some speed. Now we let it idle. And we just dodge. So far we're clear. Nothing above me. It's gonna hit me. Pull left a little bit. There is something to my right a little bit. Right there. Don't want that to clip me. Alright, we're almost here. We're at Kilkirk's. Reclamation and salvage. Oh, there we go.
Red gave me a heads up you'd be heading this way. Said you're looking for some shock pods?
Yep.
Well, I'm pretty sure I saw some around these parts the other day. Now, let me see. Here. Try these coordinates. Just be careful out there. Real easy to rupture your hull while exploring this neck of the galaxy.
Yep. Okay. So we don't need to talk, we just need to go. Whoa, what's that? Does that mean, does that mean I can be shocked? Oh, because it's a part of my stats now. I do like this works like an actual truck dashboard, like check engine lights and stuff. There's one for the shock pods. I know there's one for the solar flares to let you know when solar flares are incoming and stuff. I see. let's go get us some shock pods. Let's get us up to about 90. I like to go to 90 because it's around 80 to see how. Now it's warning us. All right, there's debris out here. As I know. I hate that that stays on the screen. I only need that to flash like 3 seconds because I can't see when it does that. Ah, it's like some sort of ruptured station over here that we're getting this from. This is just. I mean, I know we're gonna have to EVA, so I'm gonna go on the inside of the ring. Yep. Wait, is it outside or inside? Hmm.
Bingo! I knew I'd seen shock
Ah,
pods around
that's
here
outside.
somewhere. Go grab them and bring them back to your rig. Should slot nicely into their little spot on the lower deck. Once they're
Roger,
installed,
roger.
your rig should have no trouble dealing with electrical storms.
Roger, roger. I just don't want to hit the box. I'm trying to get as close as possible so we don't have to go as far with the EPA per trip. Okay. This is where we're going to drain a little energy because we have to have both lights on. Actually, I can probably get away with that not being on. Because I know where the boxes are. Let's get an empty box for the shock pods. Now, I'm going to have to keep turning these boxes red when I find one as they get more important stuff. Okay. Oh, I got to turn the suit charger on now, too. Because we're actually going to. Oh, hi. Let's turn you off for a second because you're not even on. There's not any in there. Suit charger on. Alright. Let's open you up. Time to go for a spacewalk. What's that? I don't know what this is, but this won't fit in the. Well, it will, but it'll take up the whole crate. We'll take this back to the shelf specifically. If you have functioning shock pods installed, your truck's shock shielding can be activated. This system protects your truck from electrical overloads, which would otherwise cause damage to sensitive goods and other systems. It also helps displate charge gained from spending too much time within electrical storms. Remember to replace shock pods if they pop. If they pop, to keep your shock shielding online. Oh, if they pop, okay. Put this on the shelf. Alright, gotta head back out again. Is that salvageable? What is that? Or is that one of the lights? Oh, it's one of the lights. I just couldn't see it from that angle. So these are the shock pods. So these are the things we're gonna put in the crate. It looks like we can fit at least 3 probably in it, I would imagine. Let's get the furthest away one first. This one. Because we don't want to bump into them. It gives us exactly 3, so we can't lose them. Oop, wrong way. Oh, that was the right way. Whee! Ah, there's more shock pods over there. So we could go salvaging for more. Might as well go out for all. Oh, wow, we can fit a lot of these in there. But I think it takes 3 at a time to keep it active. I don't know if you need all 3 to be active to make sure the shield is up, or if technically you can run off of 1 until it busts. Probably wouldn't last that long, but. So it's at that rig over there. Okay, actually, if we don't put them in, I bet you we can gather more. Let's head over there. I'm gonna leave this up here because we're just gonna use it. Turn the lights on. Oh, let me shut the door. Let's go get some more. Let's make this worth our while. That way we have replacements too, technically.
Careful.
Ow.
One man's trash is a moon baby's treasure.
Ow. It's alright, I can repair it. Oh, there's the shielding. Ah. So that's what that meter's for. I kind of thought so. So there's one over here and there's one over there. Let's go to this one. It's closer. Okay, let me look at my screens. Not sure if it's on. I think it's on the other side of the station. Yeah. Yep, it's right there. Go up a little higher.
What's that? An abandoned container? I know it ain't what you're looking for, but it might still be worth grabbing.
Oh, okay.
Containers like that can save a whole lot of
So that
money
means I
for
found
like
it on the
yourself.
first try?
Sometimes they've even got gold inside.
Oh.
Well, not literal gold, but we can hope.
Oh, okay. Well, why do you get my hopes up like that? I mean, technically it could be literal, in a way, literal gold, because if you grab enough stuff, that's a lot of money. Plus, I see a free crate out here. Was that a free red crate? Oh my goodness, and free filter. And see, and that's also technically literal gold. Because that's a free filter. Filters are expensive. So, absolutely. Let's open this up just in case we get something good. Oh, also, let's bring another one up here. Let's bring the other crate up here. There's a free crate outside, so we're going to get a bunch of crates now, finally. We'll put it on this side. Oh, there's a free battery in here. Wait, you need to be down here, sir. Hold on. You're supposed to be in the battery case. That's a free regular battery. That's probably for the suit charger, I assume. I didn't realize I didn't have it in the same box. Okay, now that's open. I do like that the story missions basically let you do other stuff so you can kind of see what the game has to offer. It's a good way to do that. Ooh, there's a free battery here, too. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to put it in. Actually, we can get it in a red case. What kind of battery is that? Is that a plus plus? Okay. Alright, let's grab that first. Ooh, careful, self. This is, once again, yes, this is basically gold at this point. because now I can put a plus plus almost in everything. If I get another one of these, the mags can get plus pluses, and they will last probably forever for that. That'd be a lot of jobs that that can do. For right now, we're gonna put it in this as miscellaneous, just to make it quicker, because we're gonna get another crate out here anyways. Wait, what? Wasn't I closer than that? Is my truck drifting? See, I'm telling you, I think sometimes the truck gets hit by invisible things. Because I'm pretty sure we were parked closer than that. Let's go ahead and get another crate, because we're going to need the space. Yeah, because it is. Yeah, what? It drifted down and back. That probably did damage to me too if that hit that thing back there. That I do think that that might be a bug. There might be a weird bug going on with that. I just hope it's not the save itself is doing that, because it means I'd have to start over. So for now, you're going in here because most of my reds have my important stuff in it. Yeah, we're switching you over here. I should be charging my suit while I'm doing this. Okay. And it's got enough. We don't have too much more to get anyways. I'm just gonna fly the distance between the truck. I'm not gonna bother moving the truck again. There's no point. Maybe it'll be safer right there. And not get hit by ghosts. Grab the air filter next. This means now I only have to buy one when the two rear ones go out. Alright. Actually, hold on. Let me let this thing charge for a second. I'm gonna take this one downstairs now that it's full. It's now going over here. The black boxes are gonna be on the second shelf now. Or they're gonna start to be. Okay. Gave you a little bit of charge to get one more percentage. There we go. Oh, that's the other mission. Okay. Let's grab whatever this blue thing is. That's another crate. Wow. So there's like 3 crates we just got. Ooh, I could put the. Ooh, wait. No, 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 no. That's. I like that. I can make blue shock pads only. And now tell me that's for shock pads. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Turning into a space caven. And see, I'm here after having a discussion with someone on OG War. Oh, okay. That's cool. Welcome, welcome, 5-0. Oh, I need to put my suit up for a second. So now we've got a blue. We're going to take this down here out of the way for now. Just put it here for the moment, because I'm going to change it out. Because we're getting a little low on that oxygen. So we need to grab the bit of this stuff so my suit can charge heading to the next location. This looks like, I don't know what color this is. This is either a standard black box or it's hard to tell with the lighting out here. It could be green. I'm not sure what I put in there. See, this is cool because now that I'm getting more than one color, I can color code what I'm hiding in certain places. When we do the other part of this game I haven't showed off yet. Alright, suit you can charge. This case is empty, so I might as well go ahead and preemptively take it down here. For right now, it's going up here because I don't know what to put in this yet. Alright. Let's do some organization and bring all these down here. Sorry when it's for it being dark when we're down on this bottom floor. I will turn the light on in just a second because I need to change something over. Put you over here until I get another color. I could put green down there, I guess, but I kind of want to keep that either blue or something else, so we'll hold on to that thought for now. I think this has the least room to float away being up here. You stay up there. Ow, I kicked this, sorry. Alright, that's good. So let's switch the lighting so we're not using too much power while we're sitting here. Let me also put it back on power screen. And we're okay. Graph is always going down like that, but that's fine. Switch lights. Because now what I want to do is organize this a little bit better. Okay. Now we're fixed. Once we're get done grabbing everything, this crate is going to technically be empty because we're going to need all three of these to start up the shields for the first time. Battery. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make this my runoff crate. Actually, that being said, hold on. It's gonna have to go here. Hold on, let me just put you over here for now. Okay, so this is gonna be my runoff crate. I want to keep all the good stuff in the actual battery crate, like all the pluses. Because now we have 4. So that means the maglev can be changed to pluses. That's amazing. Although, what do I have in here right now? Hold on, I need to move you for a second. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Perfect. Alright, so nice. That means that will last quite a while. Yeah, we'll put the runoff batteries on this side and the filters will go here. This is gonna be on this side though. Alright, and you are going in here. We're not gonna put them in just yet because I won't be able to see the salvage locations, I bet if I do. Okay, to the next one. Lights off. Switch back to driving cam. Especially for this area. Also, while we're slowly drifting, I want to check my status now. It hurt my surface, but not my hull too much. Okay, I'll take that. Service is cheap, so that's fine. We should get that immediately serviced after we put the shock pads in, though. Before we take any jobs that might go anywhere there. Oh, I saw it at the last second. Damn it, I went too fast. I'm getting in too much of a hurry. Hold on, stop. That's gonna be annoying. Did that wounded my filters, I assume? Oh no. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna do this in darkness so we don't use energy. Wow, that charged the suit fast. Oh, I have 2. That one hurt. Now I'm gonna have to cost me money. This is why I gotta be more careful. I get too much in a hurry when trying to get to do this thing fast. What the hell? Where's the other? I saw two when I got out. Where'd the other one go? Was I imagining the other one? Alright, well, let's seal up this one for sure. What's happening? Why are we drifting away? Weird. I'm not sure why there was a little bit of momentum there. Maybe the truck is slightly drifting. Hold on, stop. Can I stop? I'm pretty sure the truck is moving. What? What's happening? Wait, there is another hull breach. What? Wait. Oh, that's not a hull breach. Oh, I am freaking out. I need to remember that's the shock pods and the what's it called? Telling me that it's not been repaired. Ugh. Why are we drifting? Also, yeah, that hurt. Now we're at 62. Now we're not. I don't know why it was drifting like that. Okay, so well, we made it out. Not the way I wanted to. Ah, dang, man. This is why I need to keep my eye fixated when I'm in these cameras like this, so I can see both. I have a bad habit because it's a first person game, wanting to move my right camera, when really you don't have to if you get the right angle and you upgrade your POV. Now, if you do the default POV, you won't see any of this. I did increase it so we could see the screen better. Kind of like seeing your mirrors. So you can you always kind of want to see them slightly out of the corner of your eye.
Shoot. Looks like it's just junk. Sorry, Lucky.
Ah.
I've been mistaken about this location. But I'm sure you'll have better luck at one of the other spots.
Alright, so this one didn't have anything in it, unless that's something. I think that's the station beacon it is. So yeah, nothing here. Alright, so we already have our shock pods. So, here's what I'm gonna go do. Where's the station at? Star Warp Station. Hopefully they have a docking bay. I want to park up so we can have time to equip it without draining too much energy. And we will have to go to a repair shop when we head back towards anywhere that has automotive. The automotive shop. Space automotive. Alright, let me put my camera back. Fly under the station that we were at. This looks like it might have a dock of some sort. Slow down because it's taking my cameras away for a second. There's so much debris in this place. Really? Nothing? They don't have a docking bay at all? So what's the point of this place? This must be something we unlock later. Okay. Never mind then. Alright. So then, in that case, Let's we need to head back to Emerald Junction. I think. Let's see. Who has a shop that can actually repair me? Atlas does. I was hoping not have to go all the way back to Atlas, but this is where our job will end up being. Oh, hold on. That's way less gas doing it that way. Alright, let's return to Atlas. Turn this way a little bit. Give a little more to this camera. There we go. The body shop will repair the body, but it won't service our internals, so we have to go to a garage if we're going to fully repair again. I'll read chat in just a second. Let's get to this destination. Let's see, more specifically, right here. Now I can stop, drive forward slowly. Let me put on that. Once I stop at the gate, I'm gonna read chat real quick. More specifically, station and ship-to-ship boarding actions. Oh. Zero gravity warfare, more specifically station and ship-to-ship boarding actions. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess the only way you'd be able to make ship-to-ship, if we're talking about N0G, the only way you could make ship-to-ship boarding possible with the suit itself would have to be way more efficient than what we're kind of doing right now, because astronauts aren't having to, dodge bullets. So, or lasers. So the maneuvering system isn't really built for that in real life. But in like a sci-fi scenario, then realistically you could also argue by the time we even tried to do something like that, or if we ever got to the point as a society where we were living on probably maybe Earth and Mars as an example that might cause something like that to happen, we probably have artificial gravity by then, which we kind of already do. We know we can do the rotating thing. I forget how it works. My brain's not can't remember it right now, but where we like have rotating stations, and the reason why that is that's what creates a semblance of gravity. It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same concept of how we reverse the roll in that little jet that you can go up in that goes just close to the outer area, where you can do like an anti-grav kind of walk in real life. But yeah, realistically though, if they were really at that point with fighting each other, any space species would probably have some sort of artificial gravity before even that kicks off. Alright, it's time to head in to the station. Then we're gonna equip our shock batteries for the next part of the mission. We need the repair, and I'll go back for the repair after I install the shock pads. I just want to get those already installed, so I know what I'm working with. Alright, it gave me a cardboard box. Cool. This thing can't be opened, can it? Oh, it can. An opened cardboard box. It's worth technically full less, but that's weird. So could there have been something in this? Wait, can I put something in this? Hold on. Let's get out of this for a second. Oh, wait, I need to turn lights on. Because we get infinite energy at the station, so turn all the lights on. Um, where is it? It's up here. I can. Oh, it's a mini storage box. Oh, I did not know that. So that's how you get away with cheap in the beginning. Oh, so that's how you keep drinks and stuff like that. I mean, you could always just put them in these too. But if you were just trying to run off of just doing salvage and like doing the trade game, these would be what you have. I don't know if I have a reason for this though. Hold on, I'm curious. How big of a device can this hold? Let's take out one of these. Oh, it'll hold 4 batteries. That ain't bad. So it's basically half of this. Or, well, just chop this off and it's this. So it holds 2 less batteries than this thing. That actually is not bad for how cheap cardboard boxes are. If I had known that, I'd have been making money in the beginning. Do I want to keep this just in case then? Actually, yeah, I think I'm just going to put it up here. It's a container. It can't take damage. It's permanent. So we're going to put that on top shelf. And if we have to put anything miscellaneous that we can just sell. Okay. Okay, now we install shock pods. There's nothing in here? Nothing in here. You're getting moved to this shelf. Here, I'll put both you guys right here. Because then I want my colored ones to be on the edges. Why are you coming out of your... Oh, probably because we drifted when we hit that stuff. Come on. This one is so finicky compared to the others. There we go. And you get up there fully. There we go. Alright, organized and good. Now, I need you. Right here. Alright, we need all 3 as I thought. I don't know where we get more of these. Or how we repair them. If we don't. I imagine we had to buy them. Somewhere. Probably our most likely place to have them is probably going to be the mechanic shop. Which we're headed there. Alright, close. Let's turn soup charger back off. Shielding on.
Your new shop pods have been installed. Well, they're mostly new. Maybe a little scuffed up. Those should protect against pesky electrical storms overloading your circuits. They'll pop once they've done their job, though, so be sure to replace them regularly.
Ah, they're right there.
GB from the... My goodness. Were you reading the mail on us, GB? Well, it's been a slow day here at the office. So, has Lucky got functioning shock pods and shielding now? Sure does. I'll vouch for him. Well, then I guess congratulations are in order. LJ, you've officially earned jump gate clearance to the mineral colonies.
Now we're a true whaling truck. We just got access to the mining colonies. Well, we know what we're picking up from there, and it ain't rocks. It might be eggs. Jump clearance has been granted for the following sectors. Wow, that's a lot, actually. Purgatory, wow. Meteor Ridge, that's a lot of new places. New Aspen. Yeah, see, there's one final area, but I'm not sure what we need. Like, I wonder if that's a new mechanic as well. The purple region right there that's locked. I wonder what that is. I think Tam King had told me what it was, but I can't remember what he said. But yeah, that's awesome. So now we have 2 of the 3 regions open. There is one final major. It's probably the end of the game region that looks like it's connected to 3 Kings. So looks like the only place to get to it is 3 Kings too. All right, let's head to the main area. Oh, yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you gonna make me feel old. Anyway, I should get back to monitoring the airwaves. This is GV, over and out. Well now, ain't that swell? Guess you'll be heading to Spark City soon then. Wish I could join y'all, but I've got a job I need to be getting on with. Be sure to say hi to Red for me, and don't let the party get too crazy, alright? Moon baby out.
Moon baby out. All right, good. We do actually have a mission for her specifically, technically separately. But since we've already done hers, we'll do a different one at some point. We need to do a job now to get a little bit extra money to buy maybe shock pads because I'm not sure how it's going to work. So, is there a way to see their durability? Is there a new thing on my durability screen? There's not. So I assume that I just don't want them to explode. If I can control them from exploding, they won't. Oh, yeah, we got to get service bad. Ooh, yeah, let's go. Tis not good. Let's go. Do I want gas while I'm here? Might as well. Just because we won't have to fill up as much if we get it now. Plus, I've got more efficiency now, so it's worth better to do it now. Then we'll head to the shop. Get our repairs underway. Oh, hit the brakes. All right, fill her up. Nice. Only took 196. Not bad. Forgot to turn my lights off. All right. I want to keep an eye on status. I got to keep an eye on gravity. We have to see if we're gonna make it through purity. Something tells me no, but we'll see. Like I said, if it pops out before we get there, I'm willing to let the crates float around and just put them back, to be fair. We'll check it once we go into the next region. Could take a job to go there, but we are. Hold on. Let's see if we can get anything going to Atlas Prime. Because if we can get something going to Atlas Prime, then we can actually make money on the way there. Uh-oh, what's happening? Oh yeah, gravity. Well, then we might as well change it. I've got plenty of plus batteries, so might as well change it while we're getting a job at the same time. Wrong way. Not gonna worry about it being perfect today. We're just gonna go. As long as we don't hit it, it's fine. There we go. Job board. I'm gonna take a quick glance at it. Medusa, dependency loop, Onyx. Woo! Oh, I kind of want to, but this thing is heat sensitive and it wants me to take it through a solar flare zone. We're not doing that right now, but that's an interesting job. There's one to Atlas Prime. It's not worth a lot of money, but we don't need it to be fair. So it's a just on time delivery, so we'll have to be fast. All right, we'll pick it up in just a second. I don't want to waste time on the job. We gotta hurry up. Change gravity. Let's grab us a plus battery. The battery will have to be stored in our miscellaneous crates, which is fine. That's how we're gonna sell our old stuff. Gravity off. You. It's so. I wish there was a brake button for your boosters on your suit, like to tell it to fire all of them to stop the movement. How's the UCC? I assume it's gonna be okay for a while. Yeah, it's still got 196 out of a heavy duty. Gravity back on. Okay, alright. Alright. Sounds like a solar flare. But I don't think we're in a solar flare region. So that's weird. Okay. Freak me out, why don't you? Everything seems to be good. Otherwise, it was just oxygen. Alright, we're good. Oh, wait, I gotta take the job. Dum-dums, don't sit down. You didn't take the job. Alright, let's go. Job, board. There it is. Take it. Accept. Oh, now back in the seat. I'm gonna clear my route. We are going to Atlas Prime. Actually, I'll do that after we pick it up. Because I don't want to confuse. Oopsies. Alright. Oh, too far. Wrong way. Alright, there we go. Let's get it. We gotta do this quick because it's an on-time delivery. Don't want to hit it either. Methodical but fast. Stop. Hitch. Alright, yeah, alright. It has me. Yeah, see, it has me taking the express. We ain't doing that. I ain't spending money to go fast. It's not. It's only one. It's the same amount of jumps. Getting crazy when it does that. It's like you're gonna expect me to pay for the express spaceway when I can just go the same amount of jumps for the same amount of fuel, essentially. It may be less fuel, slightly. I guess it probably maybe saves, but not enough to matter. One right beneath me. Hold on. Turn that on for a second so I don't hit traffic. Oh, pull up. There's an antenna. This is why I keep it activated. All right. I don't see any trucks coming so far. Oh, there's one right there. I might be able to get ahead of him if I speed. This is an on-time delivery. We gotta take risks. That was risky, but I think I made it in front of him. Oh, hold on. Jam King joined. I gotta read chat. Let me slow this down. Let them scan us. Jam King, hey, are not you trying to? You need to try Eludian Chronicles. It's amazing. I'll try it. I'll try it tonight. Cause you probably didn't see yesterday's stream, but let's just say I might have made the endless not so endless. I think there's another true ending for 100%, which I'm working on still in the background. But let's just say I'm overpowered as hell now. The way I've built some of my characters is absolutely hilarious. But we beat the core. We made it past the core. Where's the exit? It's this way. I'll be careful with that truck trying to pass near me here. Gotta go this way to meet up with traffic over here to get to Atlas Prime. Actually, I don't think we need to get on the spaceway because it's to the right. I'm trying to think. Well, maybe. It might lead over there. Eh, I'll do it just in case. Yeah, because I see barriers. So technically, I'm supposed to get on the spaceway right here. I could just cheat. I'm gonna cheat. Just because we got an on-time delivery thing, where it's supposed to be fast. Yeah, I'm not getting on that. I've got my cameras up for seeing asteroids beneath me or above me, so we're just gonna do this. See how fast we can push her. I haven't upgraded her top speed, so I'm actually not sure how fast she can even go. I think she can get up to 160 max. Woo, we're gonna stop though, because we're not gonna beat that other truck to the gate. Almost. Almost. How about left of him? There's a purple truck. I'm gonna try to cut off the Slanesh driver. I didn't cut off the first one. I'm cut this. Slanesh break for no one. Don't honk your horn at me. I'm at the gate. You beat the gore? Nice. Yeah, I did. But I think there is two endings because it gave a very unusual ending where the stranger said something interesting.
Clearance for the mineral colonies.
I do borrow.
If that's true, head over to Palmview sometime. Got a little business venture that might just interest you.
And there's the Wayland jobs. Barrow's our resident Wayland character, which is why I've decided just to merge both playthroughs together. Because it's not like Wayland's, I doubt transporting xenomorphs is legal, so, might as well let Barrow be the representative of them. Plus, the way he handles business, he sounds like a Wayland exec. Just way more sarcastic, like one that's been doing it for a while. So now he's so desensitized, he's actually turned it into almost like a normal thing. So he's a bit cuckoo. But let's drop this delivery off. I don't see any trucks that are gonna run into me. Get into the highway. Get out on the highway. Or the spaceway? I need to call it the spaceway. Get out on the spaceway. It doesn't sound as good. see why they went with highway. It rhymes better. What is that star? Oh, that's the drop zone. What, Barrow? You're right next to the drop zone. How's that fair, you ambusher? He even thinks like a Wayland exec. Comes out of nowhere. I've got a deal for you. We'll pay you $1 billion if you go to this station out near this Sebastopol place. There's a catch to this, isn't this? No. It's like, you just have to make it back to get your money. Yeah, I thought so. Let me guess. It's like, let me guess, 7 foot, 8 foot, sometimes 9 foot, angry thing might eat me. Might not make it back, get turned into one of them. No. Okay. I still accept the job, but at least I know what I'm in for.
This is Barrow, hollering for Lucky J. Got a once-in-a-lifetime
Oh, hold on.
opportunity here you can't refuse.
Sure, let's hear it.
Knew you'd be keen. So, I managed to score a bucket load of powdered algae on the cheap. You know, the stuff that grows on stumps and rocks and things. Don't worry about that part yet. Point is, I have a plan that will make us rich.
Oh no.
Look, here's the coordinates for the trailer. Head on over. I'll shout again in a bit.
Alright, we have his mission now unlocked. Yeah, late. But it was like late by a few minutes. So it's only $30 off. That ain't nothing. Alright, cool. Now we need to go to the shop. Why does it look like the highway's above me? Wait, wow, the shop is in an inconvenient spot. Hold on. Is there another way over there? We'll take it there. Gotta go to the shop. Especially if we get it. We probably won't get to do it maybe in this episode. especially if we start doing whaling jobs, we're gonna need a stronger hull. Maybe some acid-proof metal, and also. And these containers better be also acid proof because I'm not dealing with a xenomorph crawling on my windshield hissing at me, even if it can't get in. It's just discomfort. See, I'm a high demanding whaling employee, but I'm still a whaling employee. I will deliver the xenomorph. Hold on, I'm drifting to the right a little bit. Let me get over here a little bit so I don't run into oncoming traffic. Alright, let's. Only reason why I'm not fully speeding up is it seems like the truck is doing about 85 to 90 in front of me, so I'm trying to not run into the back of them, but keep pace right now. Because it's a bit of a ways to get to the shop, but it's worth it. Yeah, see, now I'm going faster than him. He's slowed down. Going into manual control now instead of autopilot, so I can dodge the oncoming traffic coming in. There's a Slanesh truck. Alright, and line us back up here, and I'm gonna manual drive through this area and just let our truck coast so we can serve on heat. You see, we're gonna get the Zord gun from the Fifth Element. Right? That'd be a good call too. I wouldn't, even though that job comes with some heavy high high fatality risks. I would do that as well. You also gotta admire that scene that he did because you know what's funny? It is that's why I kind of liked him as a villain because that's kind of what to me a real villain should feel like in a movie when it's like that is because even as over the top as that scene is, it kind of makes sense if you think about human personality and pride to someone probably tricking an alien species, right? We like to joke around even with each other. Like we'll even go to huge lengths to mess with one another in real life. So you can imagine that's why the gun looked so over the top because it was a play on the fact not only to convince them and trick them into buying it, but it was a play on the fact these dum dums won't realize that this gun is so good that it shouldn't exist. Or doesn't exist because the gun probably I bet you none of the guns inside that case besides the one he used probably even shoot. I bet you they don't even work. They were just there to explode. And so that scene is really well done. Now there's some other scenes that are like still a little slapsticky and kind of old school, kind of just ha villain kind of thing, but most of that movie is pretty good. I do love it's like it's a classic. I do love me some Fifth Element. I've watched it a bunch of times. That's before Resident Evil ruined Mila's career. I'm sorry, I had to kind of say it because it's slightly true. Oh yeah, our service is in bad, dire need. Yeah, that was a bit expensive, but I have lots of money now. I'm not hurting on money anymore with our truck, so. Alright, hull repair is done. Is that little mark still there? No, this time it's gone. Huh, weird. Alright, that's done. We are gonna spend some money here as well while we're here. Don't look, chat. I haven't at all been playing this game along with the endless dungeon completely and nothing else. Don't look at this. This is totally not level 5s, both of these, and this is level 4. And this is actually level 1 just because it felt like it. Actually, now that we've got that, I want this. I want to at least get 2 upgrades of this. Because this will make the cargo take less damage if something happens. Meaning we don't lose hardly, especially fragile. This will allow me to make more fragile deliveries long distances. Okay. I think it's time to make the truck stronger too. Don't know if I want to do 2 though. 50% is high though. Mm. Oh no, wait. Isn't this the? We want this now. Do I have enough for one more to go ahead and get it level 5 and make it 80%? Yeah. Because the better that runs, I imagine, the better it'll be for me. So anti-capacitive shielding. Let's get. Nah. Let's do another job. That's enough for now. Let's check our powers. Do I need to swap on this run? Oh, I do need to buy one thing though. Hold on, while we're here. Well, we've got a lot of money to do it. Because then we can make all that money back. Easily. I don't know if I'm going to be able to line up like this. We're going to try. Oh, nope, it worked. That was a terrible angle. Hey, that's how forgiving that maglock really is. All right, let's assess. Also ignore all that. So this is, oh my god, they're 2,000 each. Okay, so that's what I'm buying immediately next after we get one of these. We only need one. Okay, that should be good. Let's confirm that. We only need one. Should have shut the door while I was up there, but oh well. No, not you. Oh, get back in there. You. Alright, cool. Good. That should be all we need. Oh, is suit charger off? Yeah. Make sure it finished fully charging. It should be. I gotta shut the door anyways. Yep. Okay. Alright, chat, what do you think? Should we go do Barrow's Wayland mission? It is a cargo mission, so we should make money from it. Before we unhitch and make our decision, we can either do another story mission, or we can do a random money making mission. the story mission will make me money in this case because we're actually delivering something. But which let me make a save now that we've done unlocked our shock pods. He plays a good villain. He was brilliant in oh yeah, he was. Yes, he was. Story mission? Alright, so let's go do Barrow's Wayland mission. Alright. The everything should be good. Gas is already needs to be redone, but it's on all the way on the other end. Let's go to third person for just a second. I gotta remember what button it is. Uh, there it is. So it actually, I think gas is in the same place that the cargo is. Perfect. That is perfect. All right, let's go. Gotta go up. Get on the highway or get on the spaceway. Looking for adventure. I can't sing the song for too much. let me make sure I didn't miss chat as well. Yeah, because I missed some of Farseer's. I say we slap a smart system on what? Every bit of ammunition we have. That might not be too efficient in the beginning. Eventually, probably make hyper lethal. Say also that grand blue what? Oh, that grand blue beat 'em up is on plus. Definitely need to give it a try. Oh, I definitely want to try it. If you wanna have a couple fights, let me know. I'm gonna download it. If you want to play it, I'll definitely download it. As far as Grand Blue Versus, I do like the game. I've played it before on a different version. Let's see. Bullets are big. Oh, by the way, Tam King, I saw a video James linked me that was to like a robotics conference. There's now tiny handheld drones that are the size of pocket size, like they fit in your pocket, that they fly around. They did this on a dummy, so YouTube, it's okay. It's not, no one got hurt. But they did this to a test dummy, but it's a pocket-sized drone that can fly straight into someone's forehead, and inside the drone there's a